Hey, Being at Work listeners. I want to share something interesting that I witnessed on a flight last week and a leadership reminder in this situation. So, the woman sitting next to me on a flight home from South Carolina was getting something out of the overhead bin. And she was doing this just as she was boarding the plane. So, it was right away, our first interaction. And as she was getting something out of the overhead bin, she accidentally brushed the head of the older gentleman sitting in front of her. I saw the whole thing. It was a very light brush, but you would have thought that she had hit him so hard on the head because of how he reacted. He whipped around and, "What in the world?" he said. And oh my gosh, we were all taken aback. And she in particular, so she apologized profusely, but the guy continued to harp on it. I and everyone else around us felt so bad. I think at one point I even said, like, gosh, it didn't look like it hit you that bad. We were all coming to her defense. So fast forward to the end of the flight a couple of hours later. And as we were getting ready to get off of the plane, that man who continued to grumble about her hitting his head, mentioned something about his carry on in the overhead bin. So, what did she do? She reached up and she got it for him. And I noticed, like, as I was so annoyed with this guy for being such an ass, she really seemed so very thoughtful and friendly with him. And as she reached up and got his bag, you could see on his face that suddenly his complaining thoughts were confused by nice ones. You could see it on his face. It was such a good reminder that when you are full of love, it confuses people who are full of shit. I got to experience that firsthand. Her love and thoughtfulness bumped up right up against his negative, complaining thoughts. So he was confused. What a good reminder. So here's to showing up with love today in the face of all of the challenges and all of the stuff. Everybody's walking around with so much stuff. I don't know what was going on with that guy, and who am I to judge him? Here's to showing up with love. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.